Hello.
Hi, how are you?
We can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, or we can say so far so good. We can say good.
Honestly, that is good. That is good.
Right. Your
Brilliant.
name is your name is Rachel.
Rachel. Yeah,
Rachel. That's mean
Rachel.
ancient lamp. It's meaning of your name.
I don't know what the meaning of my name actually means. Is that bad?
Uh, yes, that's mean its name ancient lamp.
Oh, is that bad? That does.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me
that's
Google.
I googled your name,
Hold on.
Rachel.
Let me have a quick look.
Hmm.
Meaning of the name Rachel. What does is your first name Ahmed?
My name is Ahmed.
Excellent. What's the meaning of? Oh no, I've just googled what
That's
my
me.
name means.
My name is the name for the Prophet Muhammad.
Oh yes, right.
Yes. Do you know Prophet Muhammad?
A little bit, not
Yes.
too
You
much.
can Google it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I've just googled what Rachel means,
Hmm. Okay.
and it means a female sheep.
Absolutely.
So
Okay.
we will take that for what it is. No, lovely to meet
Okay.
you. So yeah,
Thanks.
to
Are you tutor or just native speaker?
pass. Yeah, I'm a native English speaker. Yeah,
And also tutor?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, great. Good. Could you please discuss about the pronouns?
Pronouns. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
We first of all, I need to discuss about the subject pronouns. When we use the subject pro- pronouns first.
Absolutely. So when we look at pronouns in English language specifically at the moment, we are talking about one, people. So we're talking
Hmm.
about people. So in this case, in terms of
That yes. Go ahead. Sorry.
so all good. So we're talking about genders and who someone is. So for example, it's a boy, a girl, the family, for example, the child. It could be the
Hmm.
daughter, the brother.
We can say that we use subject pronouns for the first beginning of the sentence instead of the names,
Yes,
something.
absolutely. Yes,
Uh,
absolutely. So what you
uh,
can do
for
there,
example, sorry to interrupt your speech. For example, I am a teacher. He is a teacher. She is a teacher.
yeah,
How do you its name Rachel? That's me, right? We can say
yeah,
it for the
yeah,
because that's different. You are a teacher. We are a teachers. They
yeah,
are teachers. Okay.
yeah.
I understand correctly. That means subject pronouns. How to use it at the start of the sentences. That means great. Let's to talk about the object pronouns. When we use the object pronouns,
So I can't hear you. Could you type it,
uh,
please?
when we use the object pronouns,
Do you mean O?
object pronouns. I will type it to you.
Thank you.
Object, me too. Object pronouns.
Where are we? Object pronouns. Okay,
Yes.
there we go. I thought you were saying optic for a moment, and I thought,
No, no, no.
I think
No,
I'm
no.
going to
Object
confuse
pronouns.
myself.
Mm.
Excellent. So when it comes to using an object pronouns, those pronouns are similar to a pronoun in terms that you're using they or me or you or her or us. So for example, in from our example, you could say they are. a teacher. You are a teacher, for
If
example.
we use the me, how to use the me, because the me, it's object pronouns in sentences. That mean Rachel told me about her story.
Exactly. So you would use it in that tense. You can't really use me at the beginning of a sentence. It doesn't make sense.
Absolutely, because me object pronouns, yes. And
Exactly.
what about the? Could you with put you in sentence, but the pronouns you to be object pronouns, not to be subject pronouns.
So when you use you, you wouldn't really use it very often. How I would use it would probably be more when you're almost quoting something in a sentence, when you're talking in more of the present tense. So you have told me. So Ahmed, you have told me to become a teacher. For example, I would use it in that tense simply because you're quoting it, so it's in the present and it's more direct language when you're saying you. Because most of the time you would say me, myself, and I. So I would always usually replace you with I instead. So I have become a teacher instead of you have become a teacher. Or you could literally say, Ahmed, I understand you have become a teacher.
Right.
So you would use it more like more direct.
I read in some books, I think, essential grammar use, that means to use the object pronouns after or before the preposition. That's right.
Yes.
After or before?
So you would usually use them probably before proposition as such.
Before,
but it depends. It always depends. It always depends on the subject and the contents, but usually before. Yeah. I feel like I'm in a speed round here, Ahmed. Goodness. I feel like I'm in a speed round.
Yeah, thanks. Because I practice every day with my native speaker. Yes, it's my. Sometimes unfortunately, I live in an Arabic country that I cannot speak always. So I practice very short time, but sometimes to watch TV or watch YouTube channel. That's been. By the way, I'm an English teacher. I'm from Iraq. And I teach English in primary school.
Good. I teach. I teach kids with severe autism. So I work in a secondary school. What's like a SEND school for kids with severe autism.
Actually, I really interested to teach adults. It's better than kids. Kids, it's annoying to me when they teaching them. So they need to sometimes to cry or speak or need to go to the WC or eat breakfast or a sandwich or need to drink water or drink or juice or to talk to each other. That's bother me when I explain something for me. Explain something for him, but I think I prefer to teach the adults than 10 years or 12 years around these ages. It's really interesting.
I think everyone's different. I think some people, I've got friends who teach like 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds, and I couldn't do that. They're too young for me. But the ages that I teach are between the ages of
okay. Mr. Rochelle, when we use the positive adjective.
Sorry, your sound.
Positive adjective.
Oh, possessive adjective.
Positive adjective, yes, sorry. Positive adjective.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to type extra D for the adjectives because the keyboard sometimes do make mistakes. Yes.
No, all good. So yeah, it's similar.
Okay.
So in terms of possessive.
Is there a specific rules? I'm sorry. I really. We can say to speak loudly and speak quickly. The time is flying with I need to discuss so many things. That's me too. And there are specific rules for the positive adjectives to use it.
So when we use possessive adjectives, as long as you're using who they are and you're using them in the correct manner. So for example, the only rule in terms of possessive adjectives is one, using the correct pronouns for someone, for example. And if you don't know, you can just use the word there. So THEIR.
Possessive adjective use it in the first of sentences. For example, my car,
Yes.
my school, my lesson, my lecture, university, my home.
So
we can say I think it's similar the subject pronouns, because the subject pronouns mean to begin at the start of the at the sentence, and possessive adjectives also start at the beginning of the sentence.
So in most cases, you would use a possessive adjectives after the subject. So after the subject, so whether it's a person, and then you would use the possessive adjectives. For example, this is my jacket. So for example,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we discuss about the possessive pronouns.
So with possessive pronouns, it's kind of the exact same thing in terms of how you would be using them as kind of what we've discussed before. So it's very much this jacket is yours, for example. It's your jacket. It's not mine, it's your jacket.
That's mean to describe something for some person. For example, this book it's yours, or this book it's mine.
Exactly. Or this is hers. This is mine. This is ours. This is our house, for example.
I think pronouns, all these pronouns, to help person to learn English, because to learn you how to make sentences about something you need it in your daily routine. Okay. What about the reflexive pronouns, Ms. Rashid?
Sorry, could you write it down, please?
Reflexive pronouns.
Reflective pronouns.
Reflexive pronouns.
Reflective. So that is when you're talking about yourself. So you're not talking about other people. So for example, in most cases, you would say self or self.
For example,
I believe in myself.
I type, or I write on the board by myself.
Yes. It's a self. So you can add self or selves to many things, or you could say we presented to a group of people with our team or with ourselves, for example. So it's either you or it's with a group of people, for example.
Unfortunately, the time fly up, and I am really interested with your session. Could you tell me about something to improve my English style?
I think the one thing to improve in your English is the thing we had the issue with is we both spoke incredibly fast. So I think what you need to do is making sure that when you're saying a sentence, there's a pause, because you speak incredibly fast, very fast, to the point I had to tell you to write it down to make sure.
You need to speak slowly.
You need to speak a tiny bit more slowly, just a tiny bit.
But I used to speak highly and fast. That's me. Could you? Okay. Thank you very much. Time up.
Thank you.
Thanks.